Are you currently dating someone? Yes, but they live in another nation. What nation? My imagination.
She said, baby, I'm afraid to fall in love. Wait, so what if it's not reciprocated? Wait, I told her don't rush, girl, don't you rush. Wait, yes, it's all a game of patience. Wait, what if I got deep? Will you coming after me? Will you share your flaws with me? I told her think it is a wrong. What will happen when it comes? No, it hurts sometimes, but don't let it go. Cause I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you. Cause I want you. I want you. I want you. She said, baby, I'm afraid to fall in love. What if it's not reciprocated? I told her don't rush, girl, don't you rush.
What's up, lovelies? It's your girl Asia May, back to you guys with a tutorial. Yes, I'm coming back to you guys with just an updated go-to routine tutorial, keeping it really simple, keeping it really basic. This is like my second tutorial on my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead, like and subscribe, and also make sure you click the bell so that you can get notifications on when I come on and stuff like that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is take my Garnier Micellar cleanser water. I actually I love this stuff so much, like I have to go get some more. But I'm going to take a nice amount on a cotton pad like this and just clean my face of any impurities or oils and stuff that has built up over. That I just need to clean off my face. We come in contact with so many germs, and it's so important that we take care of our face, you guys. And I like to start with skincare as well, because you gotta make sure your face is good. So I'm gonna go back in with my cucumber toner and just put a nice little thin layer on my skin. So that's good. Took all the impurities off, toned my skin. And so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and moisturize, get everything going. So what I'm going to do is start with my lips. I'm going to use this Mary Kay Satin Lips Shea Butter Balm. I really like it. It's really light, but a little goes a long way. And I just like the way that it makes my lips feel. It's like a good protection, especially when you need it throughout the process of you doing your makeup. It keeps your lips moisturized until you get to the lip area. And it's going to be really simple. This look is going to be super duper quick because I don't really use a lot, you know. I've been taking care of I've been taking care of my skin now that this water is something that I've been using even when I go natural. So you guys will see when I do my skincare, this skincare routine is literally what I do even when I don't wear makeup. So it's very helpful. I use the micellar water, I use a toner, I use some bit of this Pond's cream, and it comes in this little thing. I use the blue one. It's the 24-hour moisturizer, and I go ahead and work that into my skin, making sure I rub all that product in upwards to pretty much stop gravity from, you know, working on my face like that. So that's that. I'm going to take this facial serum, this pink sea salt and rose water oil that I got. I actually got this in the dollar store, and I actually like it. I've been using it for a minute, and it's very effective. But just like the moisturizer, a little goes a long way. And I don't want to make my face too oily, so I'm putting at least just a little drop on both sides. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the face. Now, the one thing I really like to do with my makeup, as you guys can see, my eyebrows aren't done. So I use lash glue to tame my brows, as well as
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
help shape them. So What I will be using though, I have these new sets that I'll be adding to Maybeline Cosmetics. It's very, very pretty, and one of the brushes that I'll be using from that set is this double-sided eyebrow brush, and it also has what it does too on the brush is eyelash and eyebrow, and it's a number 12 pencil out of my set. And I'm gonna take the spoolie part of it and pretty much straighten out my eyebrow. So I got my eyebrows done, they're all organized. I'm going to go ahead and take my lash glue. I use the Duo clear glue for lashes, and what I usually do is just take a little bit. I dip it in here, and what I like to do is kind of I'm laying this part down because this is only the part of my face that only part of my eyebrow that needs to be tamed. So what I like to do is take a little eyelash glue and brush it on the hairs, not the skin, because this does separate, it does spread. And then the next thing I go ahead and do is take that same spoolie and brush it into a shape. So it may not be the entire shape, but I make sure that it's laid down flat. And I also brush it into this type of flat shape and give it some type of arch so that I can know how to guide myself. Now this method pretty much just helps me to form my own eyebrow. So when you see me do it, you might see me cut into it, but because it's so flat, it'll stop the hairs from peeking out. Because I know some people who do their makeup, and I'm pretty sure you guys can say that there are times when your eyebrows are just not that up to par, and when you go to do your eyebrow arch, there's still those little sparse hairs that kind of pop up. This just stops that from happening. So I'm gonna take my brow pencil and I'm gonna start filling in. So I will do a separate tutorial when it comes to my brows and everything, but this will probably be sped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on my brow. So we're about to go to foundation. What I'm going to do first is set my face with some powder. I'm going to probably go ahead and use, I had one, I just can't find it. I like the Juvia's Place one in Gobi, but I don't know where I did with it, so I'm just going to use this Maybeline FitMe. I'm going to take this little powdery brush. Now this is actually one of my sets. I am an owner of one of my cosmetic companies, so if you haven't already, go ahead and check out Maybeline Cosmetics. This is my blue LagooN set, and it's by far my favorite one because clearly my favorite color is blue. So we're going to take a little powder and just set it all around my face, and this is good for those who have oily skin as well. I do this to my clients a lot, and it honestly helps the makeup just finish better. But we're just going to do a light layer around the face. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit, I'm going to use the matte Poreless foundation by Maybelline FitMe in the number 360. This is my skin color. So I'm gonna take my foundation brush. This is part of, I have a few sets, and they're most of them are crystal, but this is one of my brushes. I have a mixture of brushes, but the one I just showed you guys is my newest one. So I'm gonna just take that and just use my foundation brush and spread it around. Alright, so we're going to go ahead with the concealer, the highlighter under the eyes, the lighter color under the eyes. So I'm going to take a little bit more Fawn and put that there. So I'm going to take the same brush that I use for eyebrows, and I'm going to use that to put on my concealer. Now one thing I have been doing, instead of using that triangle, I've been putting it right here, in this corner to lift my eye, and I also do the inner corner of my eye. I don't do the full triangle because you end up bringing it around anyway. These are the areas that you really just want to pop. So I'm gonna do that on both sides. And you see that I'm also using it to contour or give my nose the contour line. That way I can come in with the dark and really snatch my face. You see I'm following my line right there, pulling it out just a little. I also go when we do the other areas, the normal areas. So I got this foundation when I went to Haiti last year, and I got really dark, and this color is Ebony, and I got this from the Beauty Supplies, the Arcade by Kiss foundation, and it's really good contour color for me. It is drip, like a dripping type of syringe type of bottle. So I usually just take it and put it on my arm, and I'm just gonna pretty much dot it around my contour areas. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is from my old set that I was going to sell, but I didn't really care for the quality. But it's a really good brush. It's just not as good of a quality as here. But I probably will bring it back as far as being a part of my like 25 and under sets. It was like a 10 piece as well. But I'm gonna use this and blend in my contour area. So now you look brown with a whole bunch of bright on you. I'm going to use the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the color 4.5, and I'm just going to put it in the middle of the concealer that I've already did. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to also use this one to be in the middle of my nose. But I forgot about the middle of my nose, so I'm gonna take my blending brush and blend out the concealer, the contour on my nose. Now we're going to take a damp beauty blender and blend out the concealer. say blended. Like, y'all see that? Don't pay attention to that. I'm gonna also take this leftover concealer that's on the bottom part just to help my jaw stand out just a little more. Alright, now it's time to set with powder. I don't really bake like that. I like to just set my powder, press it in, keep it moving forward. Baking is good, it's okay, but it's not my favorite. So I'm gonna take that same powder that I set my face with before and just set it in my highlight areas. My bad, my camera cut off, but I was telling you guys about my favorite setting powder that I use by Juvia's place called Gobi. But I'm going to go ahead and use this Maybeline FitMe in the color 35. I believe it's deep. I set my under eye and my forehead, all the areas that I contoured. Just going to do my nose now, and then I'm going to go in and do my contour. Now what I've been doing lately is bronzing before I do my contour, and I use the Maybeline FitMe in the number 40, and it's pretty much the same color as that. A little does go a long way. So what I'm going to take is my number 19 pencil in my most recent set here, and you can get this set online. It will be coming really soon, but my website is memorycosmetics.com. And I do have a few on sale as of right now. I'm going to take a little bit because I don't want to use a lot. And I'm going to bronze my contour areas. And I make sure I use this brush because it stays in those specific areas. Some color. Alright, so I'm taking my number 16 brush in my most recent set here. And I'm taking it to blend the contour on my nose with the bronzer. And I'm just going to take a little bit from the top and blend out my nose and contour my nose with this here. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm trying not the same thing, take my Juvia's Place palette in the colors the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to use this color here. Let me see if I can scratch off this color. It's called Kafuru, and I use this to kind of help set or make my contour pop out. So I'm gonna use that same brush here and just blend it into what I've already done with my contour. I'm gonna take my blender brush like this. This is a number 20 in my brush set. I'm just gonna blend this out like that. I blended in everything to my face. Also what I like to do too, just to give my face, just make it look like my face. I like to take my light to medium contour palette in by Black Radiance, the True Complexion one. And I like to take just a little blendy brush or something of that nature. I use the same brush that I used earlier. And I use this one just to kind of not mattify, but kind of give color to what I set. Like the setting powder is okay, but there's a little tint of, not really too much yellow, but it just matches my, I just like it. I just like using it. It's like a pressed powder for me. So I like to do that in all the areas that I use that lighter highlight color. And even in the middle of my nose. And it just, honestly, it makes the makeup look more airbrushed of that, like that. So I also use that right here to help my cheeks pop. And then I'll probably go back in with this same brush. No, I'll go back in with that contour brush and use the Kukuru just to go over it. Just one more little time. Very lightly, not too heavy. This palette here is the Saharan 2 by Juvia, and I like to use this color in this corner. It's called Fez. Do not judge my palette. It just broke on me real crazy, but it's this color here. And I like to take the same brush that I used to blend everything out. I'm gonna just dab that on lightly and put it on my blush. That glitter gun on it. I'm gonna use the same color that I did to add blush as a light color for my lid. Not really concerned as to the technique as far as concentrated anywhere, because it's just gonna be on my lid. It's gonna be very lightweight. I don't know where my setting spray is, so we're not going to set, but usually this is around the time that I set my face, because I'm pretty much done at this point. So after you set your face, you know, all you need to do is to highlight in the lashes and the concealer. So I'm about to, I'm gonna take my brown pencil that I use for my brows and line my lip. Well, that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put my lashes on. Alright, so I'm using this Fenty Beauty. I got this mini set. It's called How Many Carats? And I love it, y'all. I love it so much. So I'm going to take my highlighter brush and I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Look at that. It's so pretty. Yes, so I'm going to take that highlighter brush like this. This is a number 11. And I'm going to put it on the highlight areas. Usually I would have sprayed my face and set it down, but I don't know where my setting spray is right now. But best believe when I take these pictures, my face would have been set, will be set. I'm taking this matte color, don't know what the name of it is. It's called Peach Nectar is by Ebony, New York. You know, the people that make the edge control. I've been using this for a minute, and I'm just gonna blend it in with my finger. It's matting down a little bit, so I'm gonna go back in with my darker pencil and just make sure that dark part of my line blends out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take my Fenty Beauty in the color Fussy and put a light layer on the top. And this just really makes my lip pop. Then, like a true Detroiter, or just girly girl, I'm gonna take just clear lip gloss and put it on the top of it. And voila! This is the finished look, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will put all of the information in the description box. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Look at that highlight. But I will be sure to categorize the areas on different parts of my routine so you guys can see how I did what and which products I used. Most of them are very affordable. As you guys can see, I did mix kind of high-end with my everyday drugstore stuff, so I will be sure to do that. Like I did say earlier, I will make a more detailed eyebrow tutorial, but this is just my everyday look. Be sure to follow me on my social media, follow my business page, so you guys can see how you can get or purchase my sets. I have like 10 different sets that are available. I have a few on sale right now, and especially during COVID, I have a free shipping coupon. So be sure to tune in. Be sure to check out the description box for that code. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I love y'all. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.